Alibaba, a Chinese multinational technology company used by 755 million users, larger than the entire population of the United States. An approximate of 12.7 billion annual orders are made using the platform. In today's episode, we will discuss how a man with no experience and countless failures managed to raise millions for Alibaba, a product to help local businesses in China by introducing them to the world. In his own words, I call Alibaba 1001 mistakes. Jack Ma. Born on October 15, 1964 in Hangzhou, China, Ma's parents were musicians who told stories in order to keep food on the table. Jack started from modest beginnings and grew up at the height of communism in China. As a child, Ma wanted to learn English, as learning English would create more opportunities. But because his family couldn't afford English classes, he took it upon himself to get what he wanted. In the early 1970s, as Hangzhou was welcoming tourists, Ma seized the opportunity and decided to work as a tourist guide. This would help him score a few free English lessons. He would ride his bike to a hotel nearby and speak with foreigners. This interacting helped him learn what he always wanted to, a new language. To future improve the speaking skills, he bought a radio and started listening to English broadcasts every day. This experience taught him his first lesson in business. Do not allow not knowing about something to stop you from pursuing it. As time passes by, you will learn and get better. Ma's youth started off with personal setbacks and academic struggles. Ma struggled through primary school education and failed exams not once but multiple times. I failed a key primary school test 2 times. I failed the middle school test 3 times. I failed the college entrance exam 2 times. Who knew a kid who was having difficulty passing exams would go on to do what he did? Despite his track record, he applied to universities, where reportedly he scored 1 out of 120 on his entrance exam. He also applied to Harvard. Now, the interesting bit is that he got rejected not once but 10 times, where most people would stop applying after second or third rejection. He kept repeating the process 10 times. It was clear by now Ma did not think much about others' opinion. He would try numerous times until he either got what he wanted or found an alternative to it. And for schooling, he did eventually. He was accepted to Hangzhou University, where he graduated with a bachelor's in English. To Ma, graduation was exciting. With his bachelor's in English, he saw endless opportunities. Nothing in the world could stop him, but his struggles continued after graduation. He was rejected by the first 30 companies he applied to. He even applied to the local police service, where his rejection officer told him, "You're no good." Famously, out of the 24 people who applied to KFC, he was the only one who was rejected. By now, he figured to use his ability to speak English and started teaching English at a local university for $12 a month. A trip to the US on behalf of the Hangzhou city government in 1995, Ma encountered the internet for the first time. As he was a thinker, he saw this as an opportunity to introduce China, a nation of nearly 1.3 billion, to the online world. The plan was to create a platform for small and medium-sized Chinese businesses so that they could connect with the rest of the world. His first venture was with the launch of a website called ChinaPage. ChinaPage did not work out as expected. Ma was tired of not getting a breakthrough. At one point, he found himself complaining, saying that people like Bill Gates and Warren Buffett have taken opportunities away from him. But Ma soon realized that complaining does not get you anywhere, as he was known for trying things out more than once. 4 years later, Ma took another stab at online business. He called his second company Alibaba. He managed to find funds of roughly $60,000 from friends and launched Alibaba as a business-to-business marketplace in 1999. The company started out with a workforce of 17 friends on a cement-floored apartment in Hangzhou. Ma told his team that, "Our competitors are not in China but in Silicon Valley. We can beat government agencies and big famous companies because of our innovative spirit." The team set to work, building an online marketplace. But as time went by, more money was needed. He pitched the idea to many venture capitalists in Silicon Valley. None of them saw the potential in his business model. To make matters worse, this was the time of the dot-com bubble in the United States. Finding an investor for an internet company was not the easiest. Countless visits, emails, and telephone calls later, the company finally raised $5 million from Goldman Sachs and $20 million from SoftBank in October 1999. The CEO of SoftBank, Masayoshi Son, said that Ma didn't have any idea on how to operate a business. But he had a fire in his eyes, and it was this fire that led Masayoshi to invest in Alibaba. Raising money is one thing. Making the company profitable is another. Because of enormous cash, Alibaba went big and international quickly. They were not profitable for the first 3 years. To start transactions on the platform, the team at Alibaba started to buy items off of each other. And with the bubble on the corner, they faced severe financial challenges. Alibaba had no option but to close some of their foreign branches. After shutting down the US office, Ma was questioning himself, wondering whether or not he was a bad person. That fire in his eyes was still alive, and he shifted his focus to strengthen Alibaba in the Chinese market, as Alibaba was only 18 months away from bankruptcy. Many Chinese citizens were discovering the internet. The company ran a marketing campaign to introduce and make citizens feel comfortable with the online platform. As it turned out, transactions from the public started to pop up on the platform. Alibaba was now a company with profits. Local businesses preferred Alibaba over eBay. Ma's success was not only seen in China but throughout the world, and also by Yahoo. In 2005, Yahoo invested $1 billion in Alibaba. With the profits coming in, Ma provided the team at Alibaba with cans of silly string and told them to have fun with it. And then, after 10 years of growth, Ma steered an IPO of $21.8 billion for the company and the investors, after going public on the New York Stock Exchange. Today, the company created by the man who was told he is no good, Alibaba, is valued at $80 billion, making Jack Ma's net worth over $48 billion. His story teaches us that successfully navigating through traditional education is not always an indication of future outcomes. As Ma humbly once said, "I call Alibaba 1001 mistakes." To everyone still watching, in life, guys, chances are you will make tons of mistakes and hear a lot of negative talks. Keep the fire in your eyes lit, and do not stop you from pursuing your goals. Keep an eye out for upcoming videos. Until next time, have a good one.